What is going on, people? My name is Callum WM. So today we're going to be reviewing my Premier League predictions from the start of the season, looking at the table and looking at the player awards. I don't know how badly I've done, but we'll see how it goes, I guess. Alright, so we're going to start with the teams that were relegated. So I picked Brentford, Norwich and Watford to be relegated. I mean, I got 2 out of 3 there. I thought Brentford would do a lot worse than they did. But obviously Christian Eriksen came in clutch. Ivan Toney started scoring goals. And they finished sort of mid-table in the end, so I got that one wrong. Happy to get that one wrong. Norwich and Watford, I mean that's not really a a bold out there prediction, but they did go down, so I got it right. Right now, looking at the mid-table, we'll say from the lower top 10, so from 11th till 17th. So in 17th, I said Newcastle. I mean, they were struggling towards the start of the season, don't get me wrong. They were bottom for half the season, and it was only because they got a bit of money in January that they came up. So, I mean, I was okay there. I predicted Brighton 16th, Crystal Palace 15th. They both finished sort of upper echelon of the middle table, Brighton and Crystal Palace. So still mid-table. Burnley in 14th. I mean, they got relegated. I just thought under Sean Dyche that they would, they would shit out it somehow. You know what Burnley are like. They would just shit out it. But they finished in the relegation zone and got relegated. 13th was Wolves. I think that was, I mean, they did a lot better than people expected. They were a top 8, top 9 sort of team. I thought they would struggle under Bruno Lage, but they done well. They got it going. Southampton in 12th. Yeah, it's pretty much, it's about right. Leeds in 11th and Everton in 10th. I mean, these two teams were fighting for relegation. I didn't see Everton fighting for relegation. If you told me that at the start of the season, I wouldn't believe you. Leeds struggled this year, obviously with defensive problems, injury problems. But, I mean, I thought they'd finish 11th under Marcelo Bielsa. Obviously they struggled, so I mean, again, I guess I got that one pretty much wrong as well. Now moving into the top 10, I predicted Aston Villa to finish 9th. I mean, they were pretty much mid-table. 8th place was Arsenal. I mean, I got that one pretty wrong. I mean, Arsenal did finish in the end 5th in the table, and it was a good season for Arsenal. But if you look at it at the start of the season, I would have said 8th would have been a healthy position for them. They obviously did get Europa League. I predicted they wouldn't get Europa League. But, happy to be wrong there as well, I guess. 7th, I said West Ham. I think I got that one spot on. They did finish 7th in the league table, so call me Mystic Mac. They had a very good season under Wright. Declan Rice playing well. Jarrod Bowen was incredible. West Ham, deserved probably, Europa League this season, but they did get Conference League. Right, in 6th place, I said Leicester City. Now, Leicester City had one of those seasons where, they kind of just dipped off from the previous seasons. They've been doing so well, winning the league, Champions League, they're getting Europa League, and then they just sort of they've had this season where it's all just sort of reset for them, mid-table, mid-table team again. They're still a great squad and it's an aging squad, but I thought they would do a lot better, I guess, under Brendan Rodgers. But even Brendan Rodgers has said that he wants to rebuild the squad. Right, in 5th place, the final Europa League spot, I went for Tottenham. I was pretty close. They were 5th for most of the season, not going to lie. It was only the fact that, Arsenal slipped up towards the end of the season and Tottenham got 4th. So Tottenham finishing 5th, I guess is pretty much okay of a prediction. Now moving into the top 4. Now this is where it gets controversial. In 4th place, I said Liverpool. On the back of last season, they finished 4th and struggled. So I thought they would struggle again. I thought it would just, not click as well as it did. But obviously getting all their players back like Van Dijk and getting all the injuries out of the way, get the COVID seasons done. Liverpool finished 2nd this year, and I mean, yeah, I was wrong on that part, and they pushed Man City all the way. I just thought, I thought they would continue their form on for last season, but no quadruple for Liverpool this year, so, I mean, as a Man United fan, I'm pretty happy. In 3rd place, I predicted Chelsea. I was correct in that part there. I thought Chelsea would be part of the top 4 and part of the title race, but they kind of slipped off towards the end, I'm not going to lie to you. In 2nd, I went for Man United. On paper, Man United had an amazing squad. They really did. They had an amazing squad. You would think they would push these teams, but it just hasn't worked for Man United. They ended up finishing 6th in the actual table, but I mean, I don't know why I thought 2nd. I just too much hope, too much belief. And in 1st, I picked Manchester City. That's no surprise. They were the best team overall this year. I said they're going to win the league from the start of the season. I thought Pep was just too good tactically, even without a striker. Pep can do the business. So that is my final, that was my predicted table, and then obviously this is the final table on the left here. So I mean, I was okay, and I was here and there on some of them. Right, next we're going to be moving into the what did I do after that? Next we're moving into the player awards. So right, let's have a look. Let's see what I said. So for player of the year, who did I say? Wow. I said Bruno Fernandes would be player of the season. I mean, if you look at the first game, he scored, what, 4 goals in the first game? And he was on fire. Sorry, 3 goals in the first game. And he was just on fire at the start of the season. So that prediction looked good for about a week. And obviously everything just fell apart at Man United. So, yeah. Oh well. What can you do? Right, young player of the season. I said Declan Rice for young player of the season. I think that's a pretty solid prediction. Not a lot of people would have said Declan Rice. People would have said Trent, Foden. Obviously, Foden did win it, but Declan Rice was definitely up there in the you know, outside the top 6. He was young player of the season, in my opinion. So that's a pretty good prediction, I think. I think I've, you know, mastered that one. Next up, I said surprise of the season. I said Tino Livramento. He definitely had a good season. He definitely had a good season under Southampton. He came from Chelsea, £5 million, and he really did, you know, sort of cement himself in that place. He had a really good start to the season. Obviously, the injury towards the end of the season didn't really help him, but I think that's a pretty solid prediction. Right, who was my flop of the season? I said Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. I mean, I wouldn't say he's the flop of the season, but he definitely did not have a good season. I predicted that one. He left Arsenal in January for Barcelona. He was not getting game time. He was a captain. He was benched. So it was a pretty bad season in terms of at Arsenal for Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. So I'm going to say, not flop of the season, but he definitely did flop. And I said, for signing of the season, I said Romelu Lukaku. Yeah, I'm sorry about that one. 8 goals this season. Not really performed to the level which he was expected to perform to. He wanted to go back to Inter Milan about a week into the season, it looked like. But what can you do? He didn't have a good season. I thought he would do well. I thought Romelu Lukaku coming up in would sort of perform, but didn't. I think I did okay. I think I did okay. I don't think I did amazing, but I think I got some predictions right, some predictions wrong. So that's going to be it for the video. Thank you so much for watching. There's going to be more videos coming over the summer on YouTube and on my TikTok, so go follow them. And thank you so much for watching. Peace out. How do I end this thing?